The younger generation drives the food industry, but don't count on them to throw in a few extra dollars for their server. A recent survey finds that millennials are the worst tippers in the U.S. As creditcard.com reports, young adults age 18 to 37 are stingier across the board when it comes to tipping.
The Starving Rooster manager says millennials are used to a world of choices and tip less if anything falls below a new, higher standard.
The expectation people have for their dining experiences is higher nowadays than it was 20 years ago, where you're eating at the diner.
The creditcards.com survey found that 10% of Americans between the ages of 18 and 37 often leave no tip for their server. Millennials also often leave a 15% tip on average, while older adults tend to be more generous. And further, about 27% of the age group says they would choose to eliminate tipping altogether, even if they would have to pay more for their food. So what's a proper tip?
Between 15 and 20% is usually what I leave.
10% just isn't enough anymore, and probably 15 is better.
I average about 15%.
Age had little effect on tips with those I surveyed today. In fact, one person in the millennial age group and an older adult told me they give $5 to $10 no matter the price of the bill. Rose says 20% is a fair expectation for servers. And the millennials in Bismarck say they would not eliminate tipping.
If you're doing a good job, you want to know. So I think a tip is a good way to say that.
Like I said, some of the servers live off those tips.
Rose says in his experience, the tipping system balances out in the end.
For all the stingy people that are out there, there's just as many not stingy people who are willing to fork it over for good service and good food and a good experience that they're looking for.
Renee Cooper, KX News.
The Starving Rooster manager added food prices are higher now, and in general, people are more likely to want to hold on to their hard-earned dollars these days. This makes me a little embarrassed for our generation.
I know. I mean, I think we were all treated right when we were growing up. I mean, you do plenty unless it's bad service.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Even in bad service, I was in the service industry, so I usually just tip pretty generous, no matter what. So I'm nice.
Well, let's take a last look at the forecast.